What's happening? It's your relative LJ.
Regiment on the beat.
Back at it, nope. Look, I jumped off the deep end and started sweating.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Cheryl Double L here with Couch Talks. I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. Catch your girl. She's here with a Q&A interview with LG Green from Pasadena, my hometown, our hometown. He's getting ready to blow you guys out with his music. He's coming live with it. We're going to do some Q&A today. So I want you guys, no further ado, introduce my boy here, LG Green, and we're going to get into some Q&A.
That part.
How are you this evening?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for coming today.
Man, thank you for having me.
That part. What first got you into music?
Man, I want to say I was probably in the 5th grade when I wrote my first rhyme, and I probably rapped it to maybe a dozen people. In the way that they gravitated towards it, I felt like I had some, for sure.
Okay. Were you ever, like you said, the 5th grade? Did you ever was in music class or played any instruments or was musically inclined at a younger age?
Nah, not necessarily. I think I just kind of heard like a couple artists rap, and I was just kind of like, man, I could do it. I think like dudes like Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo, like I think they was popular around that time, and I was just like, man, I need to be the next one of them, and I just kind of start rapping, and it's kind of where it happened.
And that kind of goes into my second question. What inspired you to get into music, or who inspired you to get into music?
I mean, I would like to say initially them, in a sense, it kind of gave me more of like, I don't know, maybe like more of that drive to kind of do it. But I think that just kind of listening to more so like gangster rap, that kind of more so inspired me to do music.
Okay. And when you say, for those that's watching out there, gangster rap, what kind of genre or tone of music, when you say gangster rap, like what kind of music inspired you? Like,
Got you. I mean, I don't want to say like, because when people think of gangster rap, they think of like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and them. I mean like the underground gangster rap, like the Banging on Wax and that type of stuff, man. Like I was heavily influenced and inspired by a rapper or artist by the name of B Brazy. He probably was like my go-to. Like I was anything he spit, I was on.
Okay. I know a little bit about him.
Yeah. Stay from Pasadena.
That's that part.
Mando.
Who would you most likely to collaborate with if you can ever go on stage or make a video with somebody? Who would you like to collaborate with?
Man, right now I would probably say J. Cole, man. I feel like J. Cole is gas. That new album he just dropped, I feel like for sure, man. J. Cole right now, at least.
And what does he have? Like, what captivates you to want to work with him? Like, what is this?
I mean, I like his ability to like tell stories, man, in a way that his music will kind of keep you engaged. No matter what he's spitting about, you gonna kind of tune in and be like, at least me, I'm gonna be like damn, like that's heat. He actually got something to say.
Okay.
So I fuck with that 100.
Okay. Is he coming like more of a, is he coming for like, is he, rapping about the community, his perspective, his upbringing, things that he struggled with? Or
man, he rapping about all that, and it's things that I feel like I can relate to more so on that level.
And the other question would kind of pony back on that one is, if you was able to open up for any artist, would that be the only artist you would want to open up for? If you get, if you had the opportunity to get on stage and perform, to open up an artist that's out and out now?
I wouldn't necessarily say just Cole. Right now, at least, I would probably say like the Baby or Lil Baby, because they like the most buzzing, like facts. I know
that
if I
part.
open for them, man. Hey,
What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career? What would you be doing in your life besides, if it wasn't for music?
Man, I mean, it's kind of tough to say. I mean, even right now, music is kind of like hobby in a sense for me right now. You know, I'm in it, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, I don't necessarily have a job because I don't clock in, but I do have an occupation. That makes sense. It's legal. Let me just add that. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess all in all, I mean, I probably wouldn't be doing anything different than what I'm doing right now, to be completely honest.
So I heard you bring up Baby, and that kind of goes into what famous musician you admire, or you know, you said Little Baby, and who was the other one?
Lil Baby and the Baby, but I wouldn't necessarily say I admire them.
Who do you admire? If you,
You
was
know,
to...
no shots.
We love you, Little Baby.
Yeah, fuck with you, heavy. Man, I would say this one particular dude, man, I feel like he lived every kid from the hood dream, like literally, man. Because as a kid, I feel like you either want to be one or two things. I mean, at least coming from where I come from, man. And I was either a musician or a rapper, or you know, pro athlete. And this is the only dude. Well, J. Cole did it too, I guess, technically now. But this is the only dude that I could think of, man, that literally did that, man. And is currently a mogul in the industry as well. Goddamn.
That's okay. You can cut it.
Whenever you want.
Yeah. We
Nah,
can
just
cut
leave it. Just
Oh,
leave
leave it. Okay. But
You just ask the
no.
question over.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm gonna ask the question again. Which famous musician?
Wait, is it still rolling?
Yes.
Yes. Which famous musician do you admire?
I would say this one particular dude, man. I feel like he lived every kid from the hood dream. Because as a kid, we either wanted to be a pro athlete or a rapper, and this dude did both. Percy Miller, you know, Master P.
Wow.
He did that straight
Yes, he
up.
did.
You know, pro basketball player to rapper. Currently, he's a mogul, and like he doing his thing, man. Shouts to that dude.
If you could talk to the audience out there, any young people that are, you know, athletes or people that are out there, musicians that are trying to get into the industry, you know, what are some of the things you would encourage them or kind of inspire them to kind of keep the drive or keep the momentum going?
Man, I would say, man, just stay hungry, man. Just keep going, man. Just stay positive and keep driving yourself, man. Don't listen to the negative comments. Keep in mind, man, if people saying bad things about you, that's a beautiful thing. Because you ain't doing nothing right if they ain't hating on you.
That's
Straight
right.
like that.
That part.
100.
If you can explain to some of your audience out there that will be listening to your music, if you can tell them, like, what is the most trouble you ever gotten in for some of the youth that have gone through difficulties, either not having a father or a mother around, or being raised with a grandparent or a different guardian? What is the most trouble you ever been in? Because some of those that's out there watching or viewing right now might have experienced those same situations.
Man, that's crazy. Because I didn't grow up with my mom or my pops, but trouble, man. I got in a lot of trouble as a kid.
I think we all have.
Man, I was like going to jail or juvenile hall, man, at the age of 13, I'll be honest with you, man.
Wow.
13, 14, 15, like, it was, like every year I was going to jail.
Wow.
But man, your question was, what was the most trouble I got into?
You've ever gotten into?
Man, I kind of want to say an incident that happened when I was 14, but I don't know, man. I was 17, I caught a gun case. So, I mean, I guess I would say that was the most trouble.
So those that are probably out there, you know, your age, or, you know, experiencing some of those type of situations, what is some of the things you can say to them that will encourage them or deter them to make other choices, so they won't have to experience that same avenue or path that you went through at 17, you said?
Yeah,
Yes,
17,
yes.
13, 14, 15, and 17.
all the ages.
Hey, it took
All
me
the teens.
Hey, it took me a while to get it. Like, literally, I was on probation from age 13 to 19.
Wow.
So, literally, all my teenage years, I was on probation. Juvenile probation, though, you know. So, hood, I'm good. 100. But, man, that's another thing, though, too, man. If you're going to fuck up and make mistakes, do that as a kid. Don't do it as an adult. Because
Right.
once you turn 18, it's a wrap, man. That little camp sentence that they might give you, that's going to turn to a lot more calendars. Straight like that. But ultimately, man, it's kind of hard to get that type of advice, man, because you could lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. You know, when you young and you got like that hurting you, man, it's just kind of hard to steer that person in the right direction, man. But all in all, man, I would say, man, just kind of think before you act, because you know you can make a choice today that could affect you 20 years from now. So.
Right, and that's even just, you know, on a sidebar note, just, you know, if you guys are riding a car with a friend and your friend has a gun, it's a new law out there that says, you know, regardless if it's on your side or his side, everybody, you know, end up going in. You know what I mean? So it's just things to kind of think about, you know, trying to deter and make better choices when you are with your friends or are with family or whoever it is, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man. And in all honesty, too, man, it ain't too many people that ride in my car. I don't get in the car with nobody.
That there you go.
Especially, like, I know they from the hood and they on whatever level they on. I'm not getting in the car with you. I'm just being real. You know, it's been like that for all my adulthood, like, period. Just because I done been in situations, man, as a kid where I was catching cases because I was in the car with niggas. So
Right.
You don't want that, man.
So catch an Uber or a Lyft. That's all I can
Shit,
say.
man, and save your money and go get a car.
Save your money and get your car, your own car.
Make sure
That's
you got
true.
L's though and insurance, man, so they can't fuck with you. I seen a young nigga today actually. He got his car took, man, and I tried to talk to the officer, man, and it's like, man, this guy with the spirit of the law, and he's like, I'm going with the letter, and he's just crazy, man. I talked to dude for about 25 minutes. Dude had like car seats and all that in his car, man, and officer just like, I don't care, basically. Like, I'm taking his car.
Wow.
No.
Not even giving him a second chance or even
Yeah,
opportunity.
he doesn't have a license. I'm like, I do.
Wow.
Let me drive it. He's like, no. Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
So, I mean, to be like that, man, that setback though, man, I could do a lot to him. In a sense, you know, he might not have the bread to go get a license or to go get
Right.
his car out of the impound, you know. So that's things that you kind of got to think about beforehand.
If you can go back, you know, I know you talked about different things like when you were age 13 and you experienced things at age 17. What has been the best advice that anybody, I guess, within your life have given you that you've kind of held close to make you strive or continue the path that you're on now? The best advice.
Man, I don't know. It's one that kind of stick with me, man. And I want to say there's no success without hardship, you know, because, you know, when you go through things I mean, usually when you're trying to get to a certain level, you kind of got to go through things to get there.
That's right.
So it's a struggle, man, but don't give up on your struggle, because one day that struggle going to turn into something great.
That's right. That's
100.
right. That's true. Y'all, so don't give up. You know, keep on striving to succeed, meet your goals. You know, try to do the best you can do and have compassion for what you do. You know, and that's going to get you where you need to be.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry. It's time to eat. And it ain't just bread and butter.
Yeah, I'm skinny, but I be eating.
If you could change anything about the industry now, the music industry, and we know the music industry is big, and we know it has its set ways of navigating through the political aspects of, dealing with, your artists and, signing contracts. If there's anything that you could do or would want to do, what would be the one thing you would change about the music industry?
Shit, man, I probably would say, man, I feel like artists should have more freedom, to do tracks and what they want to do with their music. Ultimately it's their voice, it's their art. If they creating this, then ultimately it should be on them to do or decide to do what they want to do with it. But everybody contract different, so
that's right. You want to get the right contract.
That is true.
I know before we got on went live here today, I know you did a documentary with Thorns on a Rose, and that's a documentary. I do believe that's kind of coming out of Pasadena.
Yeah, it's no. It dropped. Was it earlier this month? Earlier this month it dropped officially. So
if you can kind of share that, give them a little snippet or a little background of what that was all about and what we're experiencing now with our culture, with all diversity of people.
Right. Okay, so basically, man, what the documentary highlights is, police brutality that's been going on in this country since it existed, basically. Especially when it comes to people that look like me. So it just kind of highlights specifically the city of Pasadena and brutality that kind of took place from like the early 90s on to 2020. So yeah, a few of the people that's mentioned in the documentary I actually know and have personal relationships with. So
Wow. Now, if they would want to, view that, where would they be able to see that documentary at? Is it on YouTube? Is it on any type of social media?
it's I think currently right now it's on the Pasadena Black pages. So yeah, you guys can kind of tap into that and
Pasadena Black Pages, you guys, you heard that. And I do believe Pasadena Black Pages is on Facebook. I do believe they might have an Instagram account. They do have a YouTube channel. You guys need to check them out. It's heartfelt. I've watched it, and kind of brings you home and kind of grasp just what we need to change in our society and our community. And if you can do anything with that documentary, you can, have a voice, and you can see what people have actually gone through with that, so I just think people need to really watch that documentary.
Yeah, man, I think it touched bases on specifically, man, the brutality that take place in beautiful Pasadena, because it's covered up. A lot of people don't know that these incidents have actually occurred. So I think that it was great that it was created in a sense, and I'm happy that I was able to be a part of it.
Yeah, because I don't, the audience, if they're not from Pasadena area, there are people that are watching from Pasadena, area, and have experienced, loved ones that have been, beat by police or shot and killed, or, wrongly accused, or, sometimes, certain officers that are not, fully, doing what they need to do to protect and serve. They're out here, setting up propagandas and putting drugs and guns on people, and especially on our cultural people of different diversities. So, I mean, that documentary itself is going to unleash a lot of stuff that's been hidden for years when you're dealing with this particular city here. But I think if you guys, just support Pasadena Black Pages, you guys support that. It's Black owned. We need to support our own. We need to encourage, and uplift, our younger generation, so they can know how to respond when police are, stopping them or pulling them over, what to say, what not to say, how to respond, because there is a protocol, and you don't have to show your ID. You don't have to get out your car. You don't have to do any of that, so just if you do have a camera, I'm gonna keep it 100, keep it rolling so we can catch that.
I'm gonna add to that though. I mean, yeah, under certain circumstances, you don't have to show your ID, but if you are pulled over, I believe you do have to show your ID.
Oh, okay.
Because you sign that when you
that
when you go
California.
to the DMV.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you say that, okay, anytime I'm stopped in a vehicle,
They have rights.
correct. Because a license is a privilege.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
but
It
if
is
you're
true.
stopped on the streets,
Yeah.
it's completely different. You
Yes.
don't even have to carry ID.
Right.
But when you drive a vehicle, you technically do have to
have your license, or okay. I guess the last thing I want to say, you're doing documentaries, you're doing your music right now. What's next for you? What is the next either big thing, or what's next for you?
Man, I just shot a visual, man, to actually track that's on the soundtrack of the documentary, and so we currently putting the final pieces of that together. But also, man, I might have a few projects that I might drop sometime towards the end of this year, possibly, or maybe even before then. I don't know.
And if some of
I
those
ain't figured it out yet.
If some of those people out there that's watching, how would they be able to support you? Do you have social media? Do you have anything where they want to connect with you, learn more about you, or
man,
hear your music?
I'm on. I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
That's okay. You're good.
Yeah, I'm on IG though, man. You can follow me at L.G_official, or probably just take my name in LG Green. Should pop up as well. As far as my music, man, I got a few tracks out right now on all digital platforms. So yeah, tap in, man. LG Green.
LG Green. Y'all
Mr.
heard it
Northwest
live.
himself.
That part.
Northwest.
Northwest.
That part.
See you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we catch you guys later.
Circles, we just going round and round in circles. We just going round and round in circles.
say I look like Bryson, but I sound like Nip.